Hey, so this is my second attempt to do this video because something went wrong the first time around just a minute ago. So today I want to talk about how to not get doomed by posting on social media, because you might have heard that you shouldn't be posting your product photos, your company details, your opportunity links, and that kind of stuff. But that's not what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about how to post rather than what to post today. And we haven't met. My name is Edita. I'm from VIE now. I'm a network marketer like you probably, and maybe like you. I hate prospecting, hate chasing people, hate approaching strangers and asking them to look at my stuff. And I was struggling until I found a way to get my ideal prospects to come to me instead, and that's what I share at VIE now. And if you would like to learn how to recruit new team members without having to do all those crazy things, without prospecting and without feeling awkward, grab my 3-step formula at viesnow.com/3 steps. I think you can find, well, okay, I'm not sure. I will add a link after this. Probably my previous description got broken from the previous attempt to do this video, so I'll add a link to the video later, and you'll see there. If you're catching the replay, you'll see it there anyway. So probably this video doesn't even have a title at the moment anyway. So okay, so here's the thing. So I know that it's been around for a while that you shouldn't post your photos of your products and your links on social media for various reasons. So you should be posting something else, and that's not what I want to talk about in this video. Instead, I want to talk about how to post stuff, and especially one very important aspect that I discovered by myself, and then obviously I learned it along the way from others, and I've been tweaking it, and it's never fixed, and it's, it keeps evolving together with my new skills, together with my knowledge. But basically, I remember when I first started marketing on social media, I had to post a lot of content every single day. I was posting in different places, and I was getting so overwhelmed, and the whole approach to posting content was more or less reactive. And I discovered eventually that if I plan posting my content in advance, it makes it easier for me in so many different ways, and it's definitely very important. Now, only later I learned that everybody does that. More experienced marketers do that. They kind of plan their content way in advance, in some cases way in advance. If they're planning a certain promotion, if they know of certain events, they have to plan, they have to start, talking about something specific, 2 weeks ahead, and so on, so forth. So planning your content is very important, and I'm gonna talk about a few reasons why it's so important. So next time, you can sit down and actually plan it out to see what you want to post. So first of all, and this is very important, planning your content helps you be strategic and intentional, because what happens is that very often if we just post something, we realize, okay, I haven't posted today, I need to post something. Very often we post random stuff that doesn't add to the ultimate goal, maybe to promote something, maybe to sell something, maybe to build your own brand, and stuff like that. So you need to be strategic. You need to know, you need to understand why you are what you are doing with every piece of content, with every post. Because basically, if you're building some sort of a brand, if you're putting yourself out there, you need people to know you in a certain way, and not just know you. I mean, even that helps to some degree, but you'll end up attracting people who are not the best people for you. So the other reason is that it helps you produce better quality content. If you plan it out in advance, if you can think about individual pieces, what you're gonna write or what you're gonna talk about, if you even create some sort of drafts in advance, that helps you produce more quality content rather than following that approach. When you follow that approach, okay, I haven't posted today, I need to post something, and it's another inspirational post or another sharing of something, and so on. So quality matters, not in terms of how well you are looking in your photos or your videos, but in terms of the content itself. Does it really help? Does it serve the purpose? So that's important. The other reason is planning content maximizes your efforts and just makes you more efficient. When you have a structure around something, anything, whether it's posting on social media or emailing or whatever, when you have a structure and you follow that structure for a while, it becomes your habit. And but when it becomes your habit, you become way faster in how you do those things. And also it helps it triggers certain processes in your brain, and sometimes, and not sometimes, it happens to me all the time. Many times I create, the content actually creates in my head, and then I only sit down to write it down. So because I've been thinking about it, I've been coming up with various phrases and words and my intention for that piece of content, and sometimes it's just a matter of putting it down, really. And I noticed after following some certain structure that I created in the beginning, I was becoming faster and faster and faster, and I was wondering, where is it gonna stop? How much faster can I be, So that was interesting, and also need to have in mind that these things are always evolving. You don't think that once you created a structure you have to kind of commit to it for the rest of your life. No, your knowledge evolves, your skills evolve, so how you work obviously evolves with time as well. Okay, so the other reason, it's related also, it helps you when you create structure, it helps you remove the overwhelm. Because when you have this nagging, I know by myself, right? When I need to post something today, or even sometimes if I don't have a topic in my head for these videos in advance, let's say, I always kind of want to look at the topic for the next day, the night before, so I can start thinking about it, so I don't have to do any prep. It happens while I do other things, because what I do is usually I have a weekly plan, and then the night before I look at tomorrow's topic. So my head starts working somewhere in the background, which usually happens, and it's a very good thing. So, but sometimes, for whatever reason, too busy with other stuff or whatever, too tired, I don't check tomorrow's topic, and so when that day comes, before I look at what's the topic for today, I have that internal, sort of anxiety or something. I don't get that much anymore, but there's still some sort of, and once I look at the topic, after breakfast, and whenever I get a few minutes, once I check the topic, and I know what I'm gonna talk about, it's like I'm a different person straight away. So it really, really helps to know in advance what you're gonna talk about, what you're gonna say, for your own sake, for your own head. And also the other reason it's related, it helps you be more flexible. Now, people often confuse having a structure, discipline, a system as lack of flexibility, lack of room for being spontaneous. But it's actually the opposite. Works actually when you remove the overwhelm, when you are focused, when you know what you're gonna say, when you know what purpose every piece of content serves, that frees some space in your mind. And that space then you can be used for being spontaneous, being flexible, tweaking things, coming up with new ideas, talking about your stuff, your content, whatever topic, with your own words, and so on and so on. It actually helps you be, I hear this all the time. I don't want the system, I don't want a structure. It's gonna remove this human factor, it's gonna remove this flexibility, it's gonna be a natural, and that, sound a natural, whatever. It's actually not true, it's the opposite. When you get these things into your habits, it's like you suddenly have more time, more mental, space, and so on. So it really works in your favor in that it gives you more flexibility. And the last reason, and it's a very important reason, is that planning, being strategic and intentional, helps you serve better. Because of all these things I mentioned, higher quality content, the topics that really your prospects want to hear about, stuff that helps your people and your audience. When you sometimes just post for the sake of posting because I need to post something today, it's very difficult to be useful. Mark, hi, nice to see you. What purpose your content will serve? Very important. No purpose is like passing in the wind. Yeah, I mean, I know that, and I did that. We all learned. We all start from somewhere. And I see that all the time in other people, how they post content, a lot of inspirational stuff, which is nice to some degree, but does it really serve? Does your inspirational stuff or whatever you thought about today help people recruit new team members or create content on social media, or stop spamming, or stop feeling awkward, or so on, so on, and it's just not inspirational. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on where people are posting for the sake of posting. So to some degree, in 5 years, it will start giving you return if you just be present, if you just are present every day. Yes, it will build up maybe to some degree, But will that attract the right people to you? I'm not so sure. You know, maybe you'll get some following. Will that be the right following? I don't know. I mean, it's, you know, so besides your purpose is to serve people, your purpose is to help them. So being strategic and planning out and having a structure helps you serve better, because you start thinking, what do they need? What do they need? What should I talk about? How can I help them? You know, so it's very important. So don't, you know, so plan, be strategic, be intentional, be helpful, be useful. Don't expect to nail this, you know, on day one or even year one. But eventually, if you move in that direction, you'll get there. But the main point of this video is to know that it's very important to structure what you post and plan it and be strategic about it. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I hope this was useful. If you like this video, grab my 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to prospect, without having to do dodgy stuff, and without having to feel awkward, at visnow.com/3steps. I'll add the link in the description. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.